Hello and welcome to a brand new Five Heart podcast. We are back. We are live. Apologies for the lack of show last week. I was out of town, could not be helped. And John did a tremendous short video on the NIL and the arbitration and things like that Nebraska went through. So if you missed that, I encourage you to go back and check that out. But hey, we are here. We are live. We're going to have some fun tonight talking about some beverages and other things. And so let's introduce the show. If you don't know who I am, I'm Greg Mahochko. I've been Five Heart from day one. And to my left, your right. Yeah.
Texas left.
That Texas left is Fred Sackle. Fred, how are you doing tonight, my friend?
Doing well. It's been a busy week, but a good week. And looking forward to a 3-day weekend and time to chill. And as I told you earlier, I discovered a hydro massage chair at my gym. That was something. So
what happened in the hydro massage chair?
I was afraid I was going to get an enema because I just wasn't confident in the plastic or whatever that thing's made out of, and wasn't sure if I was going to feel clean as a whistle after I left. But nothing broke, and I made it out. So yep.
Did it make you? Did it increase your interest or decrease your interest in putting a bidet in your home?
Decreased my interest in that.
Okay. All right.
But it made me feel like I was climbing a rope in gym class. So it was very confusing. It was kind of a mixed bag. No pun intended.
Not going to be something you're going to put in the house anytime soon?
No. We have a small house. Couldn't fit anything. And I don't know. That's just weird. I don't want a bidet. I'm good with that.
Let's see. Double O Dana's here. So somebody say alcohol? Yes, your resident Luscious did. Never mind me ask if Minnie's okay. Yeah, she is. It's we talk about it every show. Her mom's going through some treatment. Apparently, mom's doing well. She's excited to get back, but it's probably going to be closer to the start of the season. So, if you're just here for Minnie, take the summer off, I guess.
I was the eye candy anyway, so it's like I don't really, I'm just saying, trying to be humble here.
You ever take your glasses off and like let your hair flow in the breeze?
Yeah, all 5 of them. No, they'll go wild. Yeah, can't stand the humidity. Just can't do anything with it.
Okay, now you sound like you're back in the 1980s.
Nah, I live in the 80s, Greg. 80s and 90s. I quit after that. I don't know what's going on now.
Life is going on.
Nah, I don't like it.
You mentioned your gym. I joined a gym, I think probably right before last show 2 weeks ago. So I've been going to the gym 3-4-ish times a week. I've gone 3 times this week. I'm going to try to go tomorrow. My doctor, after my health scare a few weeks ago, my doctor's like, hey, you need to lose weight. I said, I know. So that's my plan. That's my goal. And I'm down 5 pounds since May 1st. So
damn, nice.
So keep working. A lot of it is, so this time last week, I was drinking a lot of free beer. And so I haven't had any beer since. I'm drinking water tonight. And, just trying to cut down on.
I'll drink enough for the both of us.
Thank you. The hardest part, honestly, Fred, is not going to the gym. It's watching what I eat and cutting out. I gave up a piece of delicious chocolate cake on Saturday night, Fred, at a banquet. I gave it to my buddy. I said, if you still want this, you can have my cake. I had a salad. I ate all my vegetables.
I know. I saw it cross the bottom line on CNN. It was fucking huge. Yeah, it was a big deal. That's good, though. The food isn't my thing. I like to have a few and then a few more sometimes. I eat okay. I mean, you've seen the meals I send you. I mean, that's usually what the type of food I prepare. It's usually vegetables and meat. So I miss pasta and those things. I've been laying off of them, and I like rice too, but trying to stay away from anything that puffs me up. But I also sit all day. So I've been trying to move more, because that's just the worst. So yeah, it's tough. Yeah. It's good that you hit it. I mean, going that many times in a week, especially, coming off and then you travel and everything, that's yeoman's work, Greg. Tip of the cap.
I'm trying. I want to be around for a while. I don't want to
No,
All right.
kicking ass.
Thank you. I appreciate that. We are going to talk, as it says in the title, we're not going to drink, but we're certainly going to discuss beers across the Big Ten. But a few news and notes. Here we go. Other Dave says that his brother-in-law found out he has celiac and dropped 35 pounds in 3 months avoiding carbs.
Nice.
Be a hell of a way to. I mean, like it'd be nice if he didn't have celiac. Right?
Yeah, that's.
But sometimes, like my doc says, sometimes it's a medical event that necessitates change. So, Never Mind Me says that I should go to Omaha for the College World Series. They're going to try a brisket burger from Stella's.
Any burger at Stella's is good, but Stella's. I mean, they're kind of. Greg doesn't know because he ain't here. They had a fire and they had to close, and they've been operating out of I think the VFW in their area. But everything's good at Stella's. I like Dinkers myself. I mean, I know that's a fun sounding name, but Dinkers is actually Dinkers Bar. It's a hole in the wall, greasy bar burger. Just one of the best.
Living in Omaha, David Matney, the official realtor of the Five Heart Podcast, is here. Good evening, Mr. Matney. The other Dave also says there's a live Nebraska show tonight, and he was in an Ohio podcast. They hate Michigan meat chicken 24/7 365, and other Dave's kids are at a camp for another hour. So I think we're kind of at the point in the off season where we're getting about hour-long shows. Seems to be working for everybody, except for Josh, who last week when we had a show, he logged on about 2 minutes after the show ended, and then he texts me. He's like, "You're already done? What the hell?" I said, "Dude, it's May."
He's on brand. He gets in right at the end and has to say, "What did he miss?" That's Josh.
And Husker Chuck is here with a
Husker
jovial GBR. I want to start with football. It was announced earlier this week that Nebraska has another commitment in the football ranks, and that is from the class of 2027, a top 75 recruit, and it is 4-star interior offensive lineman Jordan Agbonoma. He is, again, 6'4", 320-pound interior offensive lineman, Fred, and he selected Nebraska over a trio of SEC schools: Florida, Georgia, Texas A&M.
That's pretty darn good get. That's a giant guy for a freshman. So, you get him here and I like to keep the size, but maybe like I'm going to talk about trimming anything down, but I'm just saying, but yeah, that's a good get. And to beat SEC schools for me, he's in SEC country. He's in Georgia. I mean, obviously he probably also sees the opportunity for a quicker path to starting here. So, but whatever it takes, get his ass on the field. We need him.
Yep. And so he's committed. Grayson Rams, which are in Loganville, Georgia. Grayson High School, Loganville, Georgia. So it's just weird now. Like the On3 rival site has his NIL valuation. It's like, what are we doing?
That's wild.
We're putting almost. I don't know. Is it maybe price tag isn't the right word, but
it is though. I mean, what else would you call it? It's yeah. Well, did I send you that thing about Tyrone Williams' website?
Yes.
I can't remember. And that's something I'll research more. We can talk about it another time. But I mean, he's got software that grades high school players, college players by all of their stats, size, weight, everything. And
does he rank 43-year-olds?
I don't know. I'm going to see if he does. Host. If he does, I'm going to see if he does 51-year-olds too. That'd be something.
I got to know what my NIL valuation is.
And we got to check too if he does knee circumference, because if he doesn't, the whole thing's null and void. So got to get that shit out of there. But yeah, like you said though, I didn't know that there was a nil value that people were putting out there. Now I don't know how it's configured, but yeah, that's wild.
I'll say this: I would definitely say that for Mr. Agbonoma, the NIL valuation is probably closer to the floor than the ceiling. Again, according to On3 Rivals, it says nil valuation of $125,000, which is just, I mean, first of all, a a young man who's finishing his junior year of high school. I don't know. It's you and I were talking a little bit. We're from a different generation, so.
Well, I just think about it this way. Not that one of my professors in college said getting a degree doesn't qualify you to do anything more than sell women's underwear at Dillard's, but it's but to me it just makes me, it's not jealousy, but I think I did my 4 years, well, 6 years because I was kind of slow, but I went through and got my degree and paid for it back when they were cheap compared to now.
Right.
And I've done some pretty high end things, but coming out of high school to be worth 125 grand. I mean,
yeah,
I wasn't worth fucking $50 in a pressed nut roll at Stuckey's. Like there was not a lot going on there. I just don't, that's just fucking wild.
Yeah. And I think I said to you, I said it just chaps my ass. The older I get, just seeing 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds making 6-7 figures, right away. I was like, and again, when I was that age, I was not doing anything to earn. Through college, I worked at a grocery store. Through broadcast school, I worked at the same grocery store. When I almost took a pay cut to move out to Chadron and be the voice of the Chadron Cardinals out there. Like if I go back through some of those old annual income years, like just to put in perspective, when I got out of radio, my last full year in radio, 2013, I made just over $20,000.
Yeah, those
and
numbers.
You want to know why I got out? We're just trying to start a family. So
no, those numbers are crazy because it was a similar for me. I got my degree in broadcasting at UNO. I applied at all the radio or all the TV stations in town, TV news production. Couldn't get a job because I had no experience. They wanted me to go out to like Hastings and try and get a job out there, making less than what I was making part-time at old-timey Ameritrade,
right,
scanning docs into a system. So it was like I'd had to move to Podunk, whatever, and eat, K rations for years. And I decided I didn't really love broadcasting that much after all. So
now look at you. Now you could be the anchor.
See, and that's what's crazy.
Experience.
Yeah, a friend of mine said it too. He goes, "Oh, it's kind of like raising in the sun." He goes, "All that experience and all the shit you did, then you threw it on the shelf for 20, 30 years." And he goes, "Now you're out here now." So yeah.
Read this one by James.
Getting paid more than teachers and nurses. Bullshit. I read it with attitude because I feel the same way, James Boardman. I
also feel like James would be hitting with a little fire right there.
Yeah.
So Nebraska football has a new commit, but obviously in this new era of Matt Rule-ness, we're just not hearing anything. Also, it's May. I think we're about 5 weeks away, maybe 6 weeks away from the start of summer camp when players move in and start doing those summer workouts. And we will have more to discuss football-wise as the weeks go on. And David Matney did know that you worked at AMTD.
Yes, sir. I started as a temp in 99, and they got rid of us at the end of 99, which I was fine with because I had to go to San Antonio for the Big 12 championship game, so I didn't want to work anyway. And then they hired me back that January full-time, and I worked out till from 2000 till 2007. So, yeah, I was there when it moved to TD Ameritrade at the time. I was part of the acquisition when we merged with them, and I was part of the document system changeover. And I used to do important shit back in the day. That was pretty cool. But yeah, I was there. Oh, Matney was a temp. God. I wonder if we
You two are almost living parallel lives.
We are. Sounds like an 80s song.
Are you going to go into the world of real estate also?
No, I don't. I can barely do the job I have now. I couldn't do real estate.
Well, everything you've told me about your job seems to me like it's a perfect spot for you. So I'm happy for you, buddy.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I enjoy it.
Man, it was also Tim and got hired. You guys, who stole whose life? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. Manny probably makes more money. So fuck. Where did I go wrong?
You didn't get into real estate.
I guess I should have just, I was thinking about it. Yeah, I had the whole book about how you could, buy stuff off of credit and buy real estate and rent it. And I had that whole VHS tape thing of it back in the day. I got it for like $20 off of eBay. And then I gave it away in a garage sale. So yeah, that was my foray into real estate.
Did you get it $2 for it at least?
No, I just gave it away. I didn't care anymore. I was tired of moving around. This box full of tapes. Fuck it.
I'm disappointed.
I know. I'm disappointed too. Maybe I should have watched them all.
All right. So that's a little bit of football. We'll have more. It's my understanding, according to the comments, that softball is in a rain delay presently. And they are in the regionals or super regionals. I can't remember which now. And hey, this isn't the softball show. We have one of those.
Exactly. They cover it better than we could because
they follow it closely.
Exactly.
It looks like, softball weather update, yada, yada, yada. They are in, let's see. Oh, wait, what's today? Okay, so they're playing Oklahoma State tonight, or supposed to be, for a best of 3.
Is it down there?
Super regional. So, it's supposed to be tonight at 8:00, which again, they're in a rain delay. Tomorrow at 4, Saturday at 4. So I'm assuming if tonight's game gets washed out, be looking for a doubleheader tomorrow. I don't think they'll do a doubleheader on Saturday, and I don't think they'll push it to Sunday, but what the hell do I know? And then College World Series starts next week, a week from today, in Oklahoma City. So we wish the ladies the best of luck there. On the other side of things, the men finished up winning 7 in a row. They swept Iowa and swept the season against Creighton, and then swept Minnesota to finish things off. They are in the Big Ten tournament tomorrow in Omaha at Charles Schwab Field, and that's going to be 5:00 first pitch, Nebraska and Michigan.
So gotta beat them, kick their ass. I got some guys at work are going, so yeah, I hope they get to see a good show. And I think we're gonna have decent enough weather for it. It's not like awesome baseball weather, but I think it's going to be in the 60s again tomorrow, and maybe rain in the morning, but nothing in the evening. So they should be clear.
Here's an interesting question. I feel like you're more suited for this one. Wow. I'm going to go ahead and post it now just because we're about to flip the switch on things. But Other Dave says, did you switch from dark to clear liquor in the summer? I'm bourbon/rye/scotch if a vest or pants is required, but gin and tonics or John Daly's greet my polo and shorts on the links.
I'm glad that he clarified pants and then shorts and just not pants at all. So that's pretty good.
Right.
I'm kind of, it's like that with beer and wine and with sometimes with booze. Yeah, probably it is. I go to the heavier things in the winter. So darker beers, I like red wine all the time though. It doesn't matter. But summertime, I like white wines, maybe even a rosé if I'm feeling fancy. And then
a Zinfandel.
Oh, maybe. Ooh. Oh, I won't go there again, but no. And I like some of the wintertime is like a bourbon, but I'll make like hot toddies, like bourbon or scotch, and then like hot water and lemon and cloves and stuff like that, and cinnamon stick and set it on fire and all that. But yeah, summertime, gin and tonic, vodka, cranberry, just basic light stuff.
It's pretty well documented. I drink beer. Learned a lot about bourbon last Friday night. I didn't drink any, but I learned a lot and poured a lot and made a lot of people happy pouring bourbons. I was the side of the room with the generous pours, I was told. But no. I'm like you, I'll do, lighter ales and pilsners and things like that in the summer. And then if I'm going to drink like a stout or, brown ale, typically I'll do those like October to February. So.
Yeah, kind of the same for me. It's like summertime, it's hot, like something light, something you can crush, ale or a sour or, something like that, or lager.
Let's see. Mr. Matney asks if we heard that the university bought the rights to Matt Rule's podcast.
Yes. They
I did
did,
not
and
know.
then it equates to something with nil, I believe. I'm sure everybody in the
Mm.
chat knows better than I do, but it's like whatever it makes goes towards the nil or something.
Oh, well, that makes sense. I
So
mean, that's
maybe Matt
honestly
needs,
probably how it should have always been.
yeah,
Like, I don't think Matt Rule needed, podcast revenue. So
no. I mean, I think he's smart enough too to get that money to get the players that he needs any which way. Like John said it in that video about the all that stuff with the nil and whatever. He said we got to be more creative the way we do things just because of where we are and who we are and all that. So that's one of the creative things that we've come up with is to take that podcast and maybe get some nil money out of it and throw it towards the
sure.
players. Yeah, they got the media rights for Satterfield too. Yeah.
I saw that as well. Uh, um, yeah, that was another comment. Well, for what we're paying him, we need him to contribute more for sure. So
Yeah, well, that goes back to that press nut roll at Stuckey's and maybe a Diet Mountain Dew. That's what they get out of that. So they could give that to somebody, I guess.
do you agree with this statement from Husker Chuck that says so far our return on investment on the NIL is ... nil?
You know what? I kind of do. I mean, if we're being honest, a lot of it was thrown at one guy who ain't here anymore.
Yeah.
So there's that. And then I don't know, other people we've got. I mean, I call out people like Dane Key was okay, but I think that we thought he'd be, I don't know. Maybe it's just a wash, if you want to be very middle of the road with it. But it's so hard to tell. And like I've seen other schools have these same conversations, other fans, same talk about what you're getting and what you're getting out of it. And
Sure.
so far, I mean, we're still in the,
Infancy.
early stages of it. So
Yeah. I don't want to say that it's been nil. I do. I like the recruiting aspect. I like the peer recruiting aspect. Say what you want about Dylan, but while he was here, I think, maybe it didn't show on the field, but I think he represented Nebraska very well and brought a bigger spotlight, elevated the profile a little bit, and that caught eyes of other players from around the country. So that's why I think Trey Taylor is going to be so intriguing to watch, as he finishes his high school career and what he can do. He made a tweet, an X, whatever you want to say, about a tight end who's kind of, it seems like apparently he's flying under the radar, but it was expressed to him like this is the kind of tight end that we need at Nebraska, and so it sounds like he's making a big, peer push for this kid. So,
he has been, and it's good. I mean, I think, I mean, I don't know the guy, never met the kid, whatever, but he's trying,
Yeah.
And so you can't. I'd seen, I think, some radio personalities in Omaha were kind of bagging on him for something. I don't even know what. And it was like, he's a kid that's coming from another state to get here early to play football here.
Right.
So he can be closer to the school. And meanwhile, he's trying to be a goodwill ambassador and recruiter for the school. I don't know what else you could ask for out of Trey Taylor. I really don't.
Yeah, that was such a questionable, I think, I don't know if attack is the right word, but like why are you picking on a 17-year-old kid for his choices? So
it's the local shitbird media. That's all. They had to do something to rile people up.
I was gonna say they got to stir up,
Yeah, get some clicks and engagement because nobody gives a fuck about what they're talking about. So
controversy creates cash, as they say.
And people attacked us back in the day when we were good, and they would attack us. Even now, they attack us from outside, and then it gets clicks and views and whatever else. So it's just a dance, and it's like now. I mean, looking back on it now, it's the don't feed the trolls kind of a thing. It's like don't even engage, just let it go. You're stupid, and You get
He
what you
seems
get.
to be, every clip that I see him in, every interview, he's, every post is all about Nebraska. So I feel like he's definitely dialed in.
Mhm.
And I'm excited. Even David Matney's excited. He says the Trey Taylor is trying.
There you go. Maybe you can
And,
sell him a house, David Matney.
and unlike Dylan, he's not trying his patience.
Very good, Greg. Good job.
A bit more of Husker news that happened in the last couple of days is a former Husker signed as an undrafted free agent in the NFL.
Yes, Harburg, right?
Heinrich Haarberg to the
Carolina Panthers.
Isn't that something?
It
When he
really
started
is.
here with Nebraska, Matt Rule was coaching the Carolina Panthers.
I know. It's what a circle of life Simba type of moment that is.
Right.
That's yeah. Sure, Matt Rule can talk to all the people at the Panthers and tell them how good he is. But yeah.
That's pretty good.
I know. I told you I was working on it. I'm gonna let this go a little bit. We get closer to the season. We're gonna have a 5 heart and I'll be Matt.
I was just gonna say if we ever resurrect that segment.
I didn't know we threw dirt on it. So this is Pitt's here. But yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad for him. He's going to be a tight end too, right? That's where they have him at.
I'm trying to verify. Yada yada yada. I mean,
I'm sure it ain't quarterback.
All I say is that. Yep, it signed tight end. So
nice.
Shame he'd be their number one QB1 if they gave him a shot.
Easy. God, he'd be rookie of the year material. I mean,
why doesn't anybody listen to us?
I don't know, Greg. Probably because I drink
and we talked about this. We moaned and groaned about this last fall. Is the only time they put him under center, it was way obvious that the defenses knew exactly what they were doing. It was a bad decision every time. They needed to not make it so obvious, not make it a 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, let him have the type of field he had against or the type of openings that he had against Illinois that Friday night game. What was it, 2023 when I was out there with my boy. So,
well, and that's the thing where I wonder if that's more of a Rule thing than a Holgerson thing. Because Rule tends to clench up and get a little conservative or do whatever, and his trickeration isn't really trickeration. Whereas I think if Holgerson were unleashed, he would have done more with him. Like, honestly, I mean, I know I live in the past because that's my job, but yeah, I think about that Oklahoma game where Crouch caught the pass and we won the game. Something like that where he's in the Mike Stuntz spot where he's running across and he takes the pitch as the run, and then he throws it. I mean, just there were myriad things they could have done or had 2 of them in the backfield. Who do they snap it to? And confused, but no, literally line them up, get them in there, and yeah. I don't want to talk about it anymore, Greg. It makes me angry. I don't like to get angry before I go to bed.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's all right.
Is it almost your bedtime, old timer?
Yeah. I need to have an earlier bedtime. Tell you what.
Well, let's have some fun. Not that we don't have fun, but let's talk about what everybody's here to engage in our conversation with, and that is beer. That every Big Ten school has a beer. This was an Instagram post by One Buzz Michigan. So I'm guessing it's a Michigan fan. At the time, it had over 7,500 likes, over 8,000 shares, and then there's my dumbass just out there screenshotting it and ripping it apart. Not claiming it as my own. I am here to give them their proper credit. So let's start. I have going to highlight that for later. Thank you. I have the big whole list, but in order that people can see it better, I also kind of parted them out so we can see them 2 at a time. So the first one is Michigan and Northwestern. And their reasonings why. So for Michigan, they said Blue Moon because it's classic and popular. Northwestern is some craft IPA you've never heard of. It's smart, it's niche, and it's kind of pretentious. You like a lot of craft beers, Fred? Where are you at on craft IPAs? Are you an IPA man?
I do like them. I heard that it's kind of like the dopey white guy's version of the pumpkin spice latte for women in the fall, but we're all in our 3/4 zips drinking them. I have a love hate with them. Sometimes you got to read the label and read the instructions. If it's a dry one or whatever, or dank, I'm not such a fan. But if it's one they call like juicy, where it's got some citrus to it, I like an IPA. But they're kind of hit or miss with me. But I wish we'd had that one later. I probably would have had something in the well for some kind of a dirty Northwestern joke. But I'm stuck.
We don't
right now.
always have to go to
right
the
now.
well.
Just like I'm flat-footed like Dylan. I got nothing right now.
We don't always have to go to the well.
Yes, we do.
Michigan as Blue Moon. I agree classic. I disagree popular. I mean, I think it's popular if you're from Michigan. I don't think there's a whole lot of Michigan fans outside of Michigan.
If I was a Michigan fan, I wouldn't like that comparison because that's just, I don't know. Yeah, it's classic and popular, but I don't know. I guess that would describe Michigan to the person that came up with this, but I don't know. I'd want something a little more robust if I was a Michigan fan.
Matt says Michigan probably stole their beer formula from someone else.
Amen. They did.
All right. We have Illinois and Washington. For Illinois, it's a Goose Island IPA, Chicago-based. It's decent, but not dominant. And Washington, they have Rainier. It's regional. I've never heard of Rainier. It's outdoorsy and chill.
Oh, okay. But they did a little research with that because Rainier, that's like an old-timey beer. It's like Hams and some of those other Schlitz. Somebody said R.I.P. Schlitz, but
right.
Yeah, their ad was like Rainier beer, like it was a
Ricola commercial.
Kind of a little bit, yeah, before its time. And I get the Illinois thing. That one makes sense actually. I can see both of those.
Have you ever had Goose Island?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
Let's bounce around here a little bit. How about Minnesota and USC? For Minnesota, that says Surly Furious. It's a cold weather, underrated, but legit. And then for USC, they pick Stella Artois, flashy, expensive, reputation heavy. I have had Stella, of course. I think most people have. I've never had Surly. I didn't drink it when I was in Minnesota a few years ago. Is that one that you're familiar with, Fred?
I've had some Surly beers, let me tell you. But yeah, yeah, that's Minnesota beer. They're okay. I wouldn't say Tony's not here, so I can besmirch Minnesota, but Minnesota football is not legit to me, even though they beat us every time. But
that's
Stella,
more of an indictment on us, not a praise of them.
Yeah, and Stella is like, I don't know if it's expensive, but it's kind of a little foo-foo. A lot of places will have the fancy Stella glass, I guess. So I could see that. I was surprised they didn't pick a California. I mean, there's a bazillion breweries in California. You would have thought they would have picked something from there.
Well, let's see the next one here. Let's stay in the M's for a moment. Michigan State and Maryland. Michigan State is Miller Lite. It's reliable, chill, and shows up strong at tailgates. Meanwhile, Maryland it says Natty. I'm gonna say Bo. Regional, and it says Crab Cakes Energy. I've never heard of the Maryland one ever, but I've never been out east like that. So
I don't know if it's like Natty Light, but they have a BOH version, or I don't know what that is.
I think it's regional. Let's find out.
Yeah. Huh.
Natty Bo. National Bohemian Beer.
I was thinking Bohemian. Okay. Yeah.
It's a crisp, easy drinking American lager, first brewed in Baltimore in 1885, famous for its one-eyed mustachioed mascot, Mr. Bo.
One eye with a mustache. That's a lot of material that I'm just going to leave on the cutting room floor. No pun intended.
So National Bohemian. I'd never heard of that. I'm honestly, if I ever go out east, I might look for it.
I'm intrigued. Yeah, that's interesting. Huh. I was thinking, I see Natty and I just think like Natural Light, Natural Ice, those shitty ones from back in high school and college that were cheap as hell that were just terrible, terrible beers. But okay.
By the way, Husker Bob says that Rainier Beer Brewery is right next to I-5 just south of downtown Seattle. It's the PBR of the Pacific Northwest. I even like the PBR of the PNW. Husker Bob, well done.
That's great, Bob. Dang. Whew.
And speaking of Natty Light, Indiana gets the nod as a party school energy with Ohio State being Bud Light. Huge following everywhere, and people either love it or hate it.
Do they have a huge following, though? Really? I mean, I don't know.
I see. Let me try that again. I see Ohio State fans here in Illinois.
I get that. I don't see any in Nebraska.
Oh no.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's just they're not Notre Dame. I think huge following. I think us, Texas, Notre Dame.
Okay. I think with the last 15-ish years of success, probably Alabama has a huge following. You can probably put them in that category.
There's Bama fans here too. Yeah, there are.
Much as it pains me to say.
Natty Light that's kind of insulting for both, but I mean, again, I'm a beer snob, so I'm not going to bitch. It's good for them.
Other Dave says bandwagon fans of OSU drink Bud Light, and Husker Chuck says Ohio State lacks a national fan base. And Husker Bob says that IU with the Natty is appropriate.
I could see that.
For Iowa, they selected Busch Light. It's a Midwestern core. It's simple and it's everywhere. And for UCLA, they said Corona, laid back, sunny, and vibes over intensity. Kind of hard to disagree with either of those.
That's a good one. That's great. Like Midwestern core. And I think for Iowa, we need to highlight simple. And then,
simpletons.
Yeah,
we're giving
UCLA. Yeah, definitely. I could see that.
Let's see. I'm obviously leading up to finish with Nebraska last. I'm sure.
Well, of course, yeah. I don't know what's going to happen, or I've not seen this list, so I'm excited.
Penn State gets Yingling, which makes sense because it's in the state. It's old school, loyal fan base, and East Coast staple. And Purdue is Guinness. Engineering vibes, a little more serious and respected. I didn't know that Purdue was respected or serious.
No, or yeah, they got engineering and that's about it. Well, unless they're talking about there are bottles of Guinness that you can get that have some kind of a capsule in them that helps it to do that sediment thing or something. So maybe they're dovetailing the engineering in as far as the bottles that have that capsule or whatever. But yeah, otherwise I guess you got to do something for Purdue. But again, there's probably breweries in Indiana that they could come up with for something. But what do I know?
It is it's called a widget.
Widget.
It's a plastic ball. It releases pressurized nitrogen when the can is opened to force bubbles into the stout.
Yep, there it is. And then it has that sediment looking thing. Yep.
00 nitrogen widget in the Guinness. The other Dave, by the way, says, do not bestow the honor of Busch Light on Iowa. Can we just agree that Busch Light's not a good beer?
Oh, it's terrible. My God.
Like, why does I don't, if it's affordability or there are other beers out there. I know that when the men's basketball team was going to, the tournament, they're going to all the stops. They're like, oh my gosh, we're going to run out of Busch Light. Why? Like, there's so many other better beers. Please, Husker fans, I'm begging you, find a better beer. Please. You have local breweries all over the state. Drink something from them. Support your local businesses.
Yeah, that's Busch Light. It's funny. Friend of mine, Josh, not Josh of the show, but another Josh, loves his Busch Light, and we worked together back in the day. And he moved on to another team, so I dropped off a care package. It was during COVID on his doorstep from our team when he moved on. So I dropped off Busch Light and some steaks, and then he is a huge Florida Gators fan, even though he's born and bred in Nebraska. Makes no sense to me. So I gave him a DVD of Florida Gators 1996 Fiesta Bowl highlights, and it was just an empty case. Yeah, so that's what he got for being a bush. Oh, it's almost like a frost warning, but good.
Well, before we get to our final two images and pairings, we have, I can't even call her a special guest. And I just buried the lead. I ruined the surprise because
There's only one her, unless it's John in a wig.
No, we don't want that.
I don't know.
Let us welcome Minnie. Minnie, hello.
Hello.
The tripod.
You know what? I just realized there's probably an echo because you guys were on. Is there? Okay. Hold on. I'll be right back.
And we are staying on brand, ladies and gentlemen. Or, well, gentlemen, I guess, because Kaylee's not here. But
to our knowledge, Kaylee, I've noticed she just hangs out sometimes until the end of the show, and then she says goodnight.
And also, I think a lot of people just there's nothing going on, and it's fun to hang out. But
okay, sorry about
she's
that.
back.
You know what? I was listening to you guys talking about beer, and I was just wondering, when are you going to talk about Walgreens clearance wine and White Claws?
Well,
when they name Big Ten teams after them or have their, equivalent.
Well, I think they have a Big Red.
One is a wine and the other is a seltzer, but this list specifically is every Big Ten school has a beer. So.
Okay. Can they have a wine?
I mean, you can make a list and give every Big Ten school a wine.
Okay.
I'll work on that for next week. I could do that. I'm a wine guy.
Awesome.
All right.
How are you guys? I missed you
How
guys
are you?
so much.
We had lots of concerns for you throughout the show. Husker Chuck said, how's Minnie? How's her mom?
My mom got her stem cell transplant last Wednesday, and she is doing okay. It's a really tough road right now. She feels like crap, but every day she gets stronger and stronger. So it happened. We did it. Basically, if we did nothing else for the rest of her treatment, she would be okay. So yeah, we killed all the cancer, and she's getting all new stem cells. So it's like a brand new baby.
That's fascinating. That's super cool.
Mm-hmm.
Did she ever look at the doctor and say, I'm here to chew bubblegum and kick cancer's ass and I'm all out of bubblegum?
No, but I'm going to tell her that tomorrow.
Should.
So it's like some kind of Benjamin Button scenario where she's going to, in 6 months, she's going to be younger than you or something. And
yes, I'm like, give me some. How do I get some of those?
I could use it. Just they put it in my lower back and neck. I would be happy with that. And then I could function again. But no, sincerely, no, that's great. It's, fighting that type of things off,
yeah,
hell of a battle. We've all known people have gone through it, and it's, really, really glad to hear she's doing better. So that's great.
Yeah. And you know what's so cool? I mean, I won't get too much into this because this is not about Husker stuff, but they got 6 million of her stem cells from her body, and they store half of those for the rest of her life if she ever needs them again.
I don't even know how one acquires stem cells. So,
well, it's a very fascinating machine that does all this. It actually takes all the blood, spins it, sorts it into white, red, and platelets, and stem cells, and then it takes the stem cells and gives you everything else back. It's totally incredible.
I was gonna be like sorts it in alphabetical order or
socks
from shirts.
It spins it. Like you can see it doing this. It's incredible.
So to me, it sounds like it kind of cleans out, clears out the bad stuff and regenerates the new and shunts it up in there. Is my very lame explanation.
Sort of. Yeah. So 2 days before that, she had a major dose of chemotherapy that basically kills all the good cells, but it takes several days for it to happen. So she had it 2 days before, and that's why she's feeling kind of low right now, because her baby stem cells haven't grown into white blood cells. And once she starts getting white blood cells growing, then she'll feel great.
Awesome.
I know.
No,
it's like I
glad to hear it.
became a doctor overnight.
Really is. I'm glad you're a better doctor than you speak French, though. So that's good. We're feeling much better about her chances now.
They could do a medical procedural television show about you, Minnie.
That's
Yes.
it.
It's
Dr. Minnie.
really fascinating. I mean, I tell you, you learn new things every day. So it's cool. But
Yeah,
I
you
miss
do.
you guys. I can't even tell you how much. I just want to jump on here and just say hi and hug you all. Like I just want to do that.
Look out, chat. She's hugging.
Well,
No, it's great to see you again.
Yes. Please, you're not going anywhere, are you?
No, I'm here.
All right. Well, let's keep on. We only have 2 more pairings to go.
Did you
next
see
up,
what we're doing, Minnie, with the football and the, yep, you know it. Okay.
Wisconsin and Rutgers. Rutgers gets dubbed PBR. It's gritty, not fancy, and trying to earn respect. And PBR has been doing that since its existence. And Wisconsin is Spotted Cow, which, as we all know, you can only get in Wisconsin. It's a local legend, elite drinking culture.
That makes sense. Todd always talked about Spotted Cow.
I've tried.
He did.
I've heard about it so many times. I've never had it.
I have,
like some of
and
that shit.
it's not bad.
So what is it? Is it a lager or is it a real beer? Or is it like a flavored beer?
No, it's a real beer. But
Okay.
I'm
just rolling over here to shut the door. No worries.
No, they only sell it, like they're really trying to protect its like it's Wisconsin-ness, so you can only get it in Wisconsin. I had a client who said he was going up to Wisconsin last year, and I said, hey, do me a favor. If you're going up there, can you give me some Spotted Cow? And he brought me back like a little variety pack of some of them that the brewery has up there. So he's like, I go up there every time I go up there, I bring some back. I said, and he was nice enough. He didn't even charge me for it. I was ready to hand him cash.
Wow.
He's like, oh, no.
Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. I have to go.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye, Minnie.
Hello.
So anyway, that's Wisconsin and Rutgers. And that leaves, Fred, only one. Are you ready to see where Nebraska stands on this?
Do I have a choice?
Nope. That's where we're going.
All right.
Nebraska and Oregon. Nebraska Coors Banquet. It is traditional, loyal, and stuck in its ways. And then for Oregon, it's an IPA flight sampler, very Pacific Northwest, and a bit extra. By the way, longtime viewers of the show know that our main man, Haas, is a huge Coors Banquet fan. So when I saw this and I sent that image to him, and his response was, oh, hell yes. So
it's settled then. I saw that too. I was like, holy shit. I didn't look at the list. Oh, that's great. And it's not wrong. I mean, we have Nebraska beers and you could come up with all kinds of things, but
that was my thought for Double Odana.
Yeah, that's perfect. Well, but that too, that does suck. Yeah. An IPA for Oregon with the flight, that makes sense because all their colors too, the uniforms, of course.
Right. You need the variety. So I've never heard of stores. I have heard of Falstaff. I think it used to be down here, brewed down here as well, James, in my neck of the woods. We also, not too far from the house here, I'd say 17th Street, but that doesn't mean anything to anybody. The Stag Brewery. And then Stag shut down for a number of years, and then the recipe got bought by Miller. So you can still see Stag somewhere. I don't know if anybody has Stag, or do you see Stag up in your area at all, Fred?
Literally, it's just called Stag.
Just Stag, yeah.
Yeah, I've not seen that. No. Huh.
Look for
the other two. Yeah, my dad knew people that worked in both breweries like way back in the day. So yeah, that was the big deal back here back in the day. Huh.
So
that's a cool list. I like that actually. Whoever came up with that.
Again, One Buzz Michigan on Instagram. If you want to go, I'm sure they probably have more alcohol related content. And Fred, you said that you're going to put together a wine list for us next week, right?
I think I will for the whole Big Ten.
Yeah.
Okay. I could do that.
Awesome.
Maybe I'll even make graphics or something. I'll be fancy.
Ooh. Or if you get me the list, then I don't know how to make graphics, but I can at least have a picture of the bottle or something.
Yeah,
so
something. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure something out. I've got an extra day off because of Memorial Day. So
me too.
It's a terrific reminder with Memorial Day approaching. I don't want to get necessarily political, but I think we can all show respect for the men and women who have died for this country in wars that they probably didn't want to necessarily be in. So much respect, much love to all of them, especially if they fought the good fight. So
yeah, like I think we've spoke about this before. My great uncles, Joe and Sam. So I had a great uncle Sam. They both fought in World War II. They were tank commanders. My dad's best friend, Ray Rossi, was in the Korean War, aka the MASH War. Also was his guy I worked with at his powder coating garage, Ray Killian, also Korean War. My dad was Vietnam era, but he didn't go to Nam. Luckily for him, he got stationed over in Europe, and he got to meet a lot of our family, like in Sicily, actually.
Nice.
And he met a nice lady in London at a convenience store at the time. And he bought something, and she said, "Knock me up sometime." And he's like, "Ma'am, we've just met." And she goes, "No, that just means give me a call." So he did a lot over there in Europe. So my dad might have seen some action. And but yeah, beyond that, yeah, it's like my age and younger that have been in all the desert conflicts. So I can't say enough about anybody that's done any of that at all. Utmost respect. It's huge, as they would say.
I thought you were going to say that your dad was in a convenience store type place in London, and the woman who said "knock me up sometime" ended up being your mom.
No, that was before. That was in the olden days. So
way back in the day.
Yeah, back when life was cool. Anyways.
Let's see. A couple of quick starred comments here. David Matney says, "Are we convinced Holgerson is the right guy at offensive coordinator, or is he held back by Matt Rule?" My opinion, my take, jury is out, and I want to see what this year looks like. When
I think it'll be different. Yeah,
when it's not the Dylan Raiola show, I want to see what 2026 looks like, and then I'm not trying to kick the can down the road, but I'll have a better answer for you after I see when we're not weighed down by the anchor of DR15. And then Husker Chuck says, will we ever discuss baseball? We are flirting with a super regional hosting situation. Would 2 more wins be enough? Sure. You know what? We should probably have Rostovsky on the show next week if he's available, because he knows all that baseball.
Yeah, he's the guy. We don't know anything about any of that.
Aaron, you're potentially being called to the carpet next week. But baseball is in action. Let's see how the Big Ten tournament shakes out. I don't think they didn't have a great showing against Ohio State. That was unfortunate. But I think they have wins over all the other teams in the conference. I don't think they've been swept by any other team. And if I scroll up far enough, they only played Ohio State 3 times. They got swept. It was not a good weekend. So Husker Chuck, we'll see if we can't get some baseball talk for you next week. And I think at least Dana doesn't have a podcast. Number 1 at a podcast. And Rostovsky should be free. So there we go.
Good.
All right. Well, that'll do it, I think. Correct? For this episode of the 5 Heart Podcast.
Unless Minnie magically reappears in the next 5. Nobody say her name 3 times in a mirror. You'll just bring her back. So we don't want to do that.
I don't think that's how that works.
I don't know how it works, Greg. I'm just making shit up. It's almost 10.
Well, That'll do it. Fred Sundowning. So that's it for this episode of the 5 Heart Podcast. We should be back as long as all things go to plan next Thursday, regularly scheduled time. Again, sorry about no show last week. It's just what happens when I'm out of town. And I even asked John, I said, I haven't finished packing. Do you want me to take my laptop? No, you go. So if you missed the show, you can blame John, our founder and fearless leader. So that is it for this episode of the 5 Heart Podcast. For Fred Sacco, for Minnie Hunt, who was here and graced us with her presence momentarily. Now she's disappeared into the ether. I'm Greg Mahochko, and we remind you each and every week that 5 Heart is all the heart you need. Fred?
Go Big Red. That's all I got. Just go Big Red. Movie's over, people. Go away. It's like Ferris Bueller. Why are you still here?
What are you still doing here?